Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, I really hope you subscribe and join my little journey. In today's video, going to be a step-by-step makeup tutorial, so I really hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into the video. First thing is I always use this little headband. Pretty sure you've seen it everywhere on TikTok. I'll either use this or like the little clips, but the clips don't really hold my hair. The first thing is obviously primer. The primers that I use are the e.l.f. Jelly Pop primer, and then after that I use the One Size Secure the Blur. Usually during the summer I'll use the One Size Secure the Sweat just so my makeup doesn't move. Also in the summer I don't really wear makeup just because I don't like the feeling of when I sweat it all off and like feeling overly oily, because if anyone's like me, I'm a very oily skin girl, so it's just not the nicest feeling on my skin. I pretty much put this everywhere just because I have a very porous face, so we're trying to make it not look as porous. That's such a weird word, but I feel like that's the only right word for it. After both of my primers, the next thing I will do are bronzing drops. These are just the Drunk Elephant debronzy drops. Everyone has this. The Sephora kids have it. Yeah, I just do a little bit to make my skin match my neck, because I don't know about you guys, but my face is a lot lighter than the rest of my body. I just try to match them pretty much, and I blend that in with the this Morphe toothbrush. It doesn't have a name, or I just rub the name off. I know people use their hands for this. I personally don't. I pretty much just put that everywhere. After all that priming, the next thing I go in with is the Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint. I am in the shade 11 Tan. I actually saw this on TikTok and I was like, wait, that looks really nice, because I want to wear foundation, but for me it's just so heavy and I don't really like the feeling of it, so I got this one and I really like it. And then to blend that out, I just use my big painted sponge. It just makes blending out so fast and easy. It's so nice. Once that is all blended in, the next thing I go in with is bronzer. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Sun-Kissed Bronzer, and this one is in the shade 2 Medium. I said this in a video before, but a lot of people don't like this bronzer, and I don't know why. Like, I really don't know why. I think it blends pretty well. I think the color's pretty. Like, it does its job. And to blend, I'm using this Morphe M242 little brush that I got from Ulta, and I just put that on my cheekbones, forehead, in between the forehead and cheekbone, and I always try to blend into my hair. The next step is blush, which is personally my favorite. I use the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch blush in the shade Hope, and then I also use the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm Beauty Wand in the shade Peachgasm. I like my blush raised, if that makes sense, so I'll put it like more up here instead of like here. I just put 2 little dots of this one, and then I'll put the Charlotte Tilbury one higher, and then in between the 2 Rare Beauty ones. And then to blend that in, I'm using another Morphe brush. This is the M202. This is a blush brush. Next thing I do is concealer. These are the Hourglass concealers. I use 2 shades for like pretty much my pimples and stuff. I use the shade Dune, and then for my under eyes I use Dune as well as Apricot, just because I don't know, I feel like this one, which is Dune, is very yellow or just my under eyes. Apricot has more like pinky tones, so I feel like it helps neutralize it. And for my under eye concealer, I put like little dots, so I'll put like one here, and then one on the edge, and then I'll go in with Apricot and put a little bit in this area, not so much here, and then put it in the middle of these dots. To blend out my blemish ones, I use the Morphe M708. I pretty much just like pat it in there so that all of the concealer's like focused in this area. Whatever's left on the brush I will use for my upper lip and like right here. While we were doing that, we gave the concealer a chance to dry, so now I'm going to blend it in with my painted sponge again. And since it's so big, I kind of like pinch it like this and hold it like this so that the concealer stays focused under my eyes. And I try and focus it obviously under my eye, but I also go in a little bit there, and then I put whatever is left on my eyelid. The next thing I go in with is powder, and I actually use two. I use the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in Obe Birthday Cake, and then I use the One Size Translucent Setting Powder. I use the Huda Beauty one for my under eyes so that it brightens, and I use the Sonia, I don't know how to say it, little powder puff. I just think it looks really pretty all like set. And then once I do my under eyes, I use the translucent one for the rest of my face. I don't think you necessarily have to do this. I'm not a beauty guru in any sort of way, but I personally do this because I can't do the dewy makeup look because of how oily I am. And then I'll usually go in with a little more of Huda Beauty one and set my under eye. And then the next step is bronzer, the Benefit Hula Caramel bronzer. I blend it out with this brush. I don't know where it's from. My mom's like coworker gave it to me. Gave me like a brush set for Christmas last year, I think, or like 2 years ago. I'm pretty much just reinforcing all of the creams that I use. After that, the next thing I do is blush. This is the Patrick Ta blush in She's Blushing. I really want She's That Girl, but it's always sold out. I use this Morphe Y4 brush. I'm pretty sure this one's discontinued, and I pretty much put that in the same area as I did the cream, pulling it a little more closer to the front now, but just for the powder. Next thing I do are brows. The brow pencil that I use is the Refi brow pencil in the shade Medium. I don't honestly really do too much to my brows, just brush them out, and then I'll fill in the front part so that it doesn't look too sparse. Is that the word? I don't know. And then I fill out the tails just so they look a little more sharp. And then, since it looks a little crazy, I'm gonna blend all of that in using spoolie. To set that all in place, I'm going to use the Anastasia Brow Freeze Gel. I used to have like the little, I don't know what they're called, but like the e.l.f. Brow Freeze Gel, and I just didn't like it. I know a lot of people really like it. Then to put a little bit of color onto my lids, I'm going to use the Hula Caramel again. I'm just going to go in with this, with the other side of this Mario brush. This is the F1, so I'm going to use this smaller end and just add a little color to my lids. Next thing I'm gonna do is curl my eyelashes. This is the Shiseido eyelash curler. This has been like my tried and true for years, so I'm just gonna curl them really quickly. Now the eyelashes are curled, I'm gonna go in with the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. I actually really like this mascara. A lot of non-waterproof mascaras usually don't stay, like my eyelashes don't stay curled, but this one, my eyelashes still stay curled, thank God. So I really like this one. Now I'm gonna set it all in place with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is another one that I think a lot of people don't like. I personally like it. And then we are gonna go in again with the translucent powder and put some wherever I get oily. And then we're also gonna set our under eyes again. We're almost done, I promise. Now I'm gonna go in with the Rare Beauty powder blush in the shade Joy. And I saw Flavia on TikTok do this, and I was like, oh my gosh, it looks really good. And that's pretty much putting it on top of your blush, and it just makes it look like 10 times better. It like amplifies the color. For lips, I honestly don't really do a lot, but I will line them with the One Size lip pencil in Out of Line. We're just gonna line them very lightly, and then I'm gonna blend that out with my finger. And the only thing I'm gonna put on is the Ole Henriksen Peptide Lip Treatment. I think this is in Creme Brulee Glimmer. And that is my in-depth makeup tutorial. This is pretty much the makeup I would do if I was going out or like going on a date or anything like that. Kind of simple, nothing too crazy. But that is the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you like, comment, subscribe, turn post notifications on if you want to get notified anytime I upload a new video. If you want to see more of me, my Instagram is miabulaon. I will put it in the description of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye!